In this tutorial, I'm going to show you Midjourney here, and I'm going to show you the way I do it. They're starting getting a lot of videos out there about um, their methods they're using. Actually, I don't think there is going to be a good method. I think this program is a little bit new and it's kind of random. Sometimes you can get some good results, sometimes you can't. It depends on certain things that you're searching too. That's what's the main factor. So I'm going to show you, without blabbing on, the way that I do my stuff, okay? The way this Midjourney works is on keywords, okay? What I'm going to be using is this keyword extractor, okay? It's going to give me some keywords. So what are going to be the keywords? Just letting you know, this website, if you can go full screen, you can have it, or try it. It's a little buggy, okay? I did a search, and I'm looking for some old-fashioned dresses, let's say. It's all right. So I did a Google search. As you can see here, I'll copy this right here. Now, this website's got a lot of text to it, okay? So this is going to give you some keywords, all right? So we want to get a website that's got text, not images. So we're going to go back here, and I'm going to show you right here. The first thing that we want to do here, okay, we'll just go ahead and I'm going to delete this out here. I just put something in here. So my keyword that I was searching, I'm going to control V this. I guess a slash would be alright, but for this instance, we're not going to put them in there. We're going to start simple. We're not going to put too much information here just to see what we're going to get. So we're going to do old-fashioned dresses, okay? So then we're going to put this little symbol right here. Alright, now we need to get the link to this right here. And we'll go here, and we'll copy this, and we're going to go to the extractor. And I got it set to URL, and we're going to paste this. And like I said, this thing can be a little buggy here, so if you don't see submit, sometimes you got to just press the enter key and submit and let it do its little job right here. So nothing's happened, so you'll see something when it's all highlighted. So here's my keywords that are brought up. So we're going to export the keywords here, and I'm going to go to the folder where it's located. This is CVS, okay? Excel's trying to open it. I don't want to use it with Excel. I'm going to right click, open with. I'm going to use this Notepad++, okay? It's free, and the reason why I like using this in that extractor is because when I do this, you can see it adds a comma in there for me, okay? I will not need the last comma, so we'll just copy and paste this right here. And we'll go ahead and let's do that again. Drag down here. We'll just control C that instead of right clicking, and we'll close that up. We'll open up the website here and go to Promptmania. Okay, now we got our keywords in our prompt, so I'll put it here, control V. As you can see, now we got this right here. So we're going to keep everything simple. You can add all kinds of stuff through here to it. But for right now, instead of adding all this information and detail, we could right now. But just to make everything simple, and I don't want to get into depth about it, I will go to the Midjourney's parameters right here and maybe turn a few things on just to show you right here. And the quality. And every time I do this, it'll add it right up here. You'll see it right here. Then you can do image weight or whatever. We're going to keep it simple. You can kind of go through it yourself. So once you get that, you can copy and paste that, or we can press copy right here. And we'll go to back to the Midjourney. And we're going to control V this. And you can see it's up here, and press enter one more time. Alright. Now that didn't work, so we'll do it again. Here goes the prompt. And it's going to do its little job right here. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. Okay, that you can see it's done. Now remember, like I said, the first word is the keyword that I'm looking for, the old-fashioned dresses. So instead of just grabbing the tags and copy and pasting in there, we need to find out, exactly what I'm looking up, which is old-fashioned dresses. So it's going to be the first one. And if you can see through here, it says dresses, gowns, lace, dress, and it gives me vintage and all kinds of stuff to help this information. Okay, and what I like to do is I like to run this results twice, and we can do this by refreshing the page here, and it's gonna give me some more information on these 4 dresses right here. And if I can get pretty close to the same results, not something completely different, then I'm heading in the right direction. So I'm going to pause the video on this. Okay, now I get something like this. So, you know, my results are very close, okay? And now since that I did not go ahead and add a size to here, when I upscale one of these images, it's going to be 1024 by 1024. So yeah, I get the same results. So you can go back here to prompt menu, which is really cool. And as you can see right here, you can start adding. What I do is start adding, you know, a few. I want to get real crazy on it because you want to find out where you're getting your best renders at, and then you can start going through here one by one and slowly, you know, work your way up and find out what's working best, instead of just clicking everything saying, hey, I got everything, this all should work. Well, probably it may and it may not. Okay, and like I said, you know, since I didn't do the size when I do full render, it's going to do 1024 by 1024. So if we just select this one here, you can see it added down here at the end. So we're going to try this. So typically if I do a full render, we'll copy that, go back here, because when I render this, I'm pretty much stuck. I can't, you know, it won't let me get any larger. So I'll do here, and I'm going to pause the video again. Okay, it finished. Now you notice that these images, the box is a little bit wider. It's just more like landscape and like this. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a upscale of one of these and upscale of one of these right here. So we'll start with this, let's see right here. I don't know, that number 4 looks good. So we're going to upscale that with a U. U stands for upscale, V is for variance. So we're going to upscale this bottom right one here. And we'll do some comparisons. So we'll press here. And click. And I'm going to do the same one for this one here, and we'll compare that. We'll pause the video. Right after looking, I pressed the B4 when I should have pressed the U4 for upscaling. But anyway, I corrected that down here, so we'll just take a look. It's not big on, you know, comparing about what the image looks like. But here's the one that I had as a ratio, if you can see right here, 16 by 9. And I didn't assign this one any ratio, so if I was to select this one here, because I assigned it the height and width of the image, and we'll click the original here, and we'll wait a second, and we'll double click, or just click it again to make it large. If you hover your cursor way up on the top right here, you'll be able to grab the size of that. Okay, it's trying to tell me it's 1792 by 1024. So that's pretty large if you want something large like that. So if we go back, now we're just going to click this one since we didn't assign nothing. Go to the original, and we'll click it to make sure it's right open. Alright, hover over here. They're all going to be at 1024 by 1024. Okay, if you want larger ones, you know, you can use this one here. But anyway, that's the tip for today. Okay, I'll just show you around Prop 2 Mania. Like I said, I'm not going to get in depth, but this is kind of like a helper. It's got a lot of stuff that you can use, so I'm going to just show you towards the end here. Some of this stuff right up here, I just leave this alone, you know, like the subject. I never hardly ever mess with the second subject or third subject. Just getting results from your basic stuff here, and it's going to add images as visual. Alright, I find that to work sometimes pretty good, sometimes not. Don't mess with it a whole lot. And what I usually mess with is something like this right here. As you can see, I got my camera, so we can click it and unclick it here. So what do I want the image to look like? I want to look like a photograph image. So I'll click here. Now it's turned purple. Okay, if I want to turn that back off, alright, then you go like this. Like I recommended, you don't get too crazy with it. So if I do photograph and just start clicking a bunch of these, you can probably gonna get some random results. You can mix match them, but I would, when you first start off, I would start at one at a time and just go through everything to see what you like doing here. So you can close this up here, and you got the style right here. What kind of artist that we want to do this? We want to do this one here. Close this one up here. We already did this one here. You got the image helper here. Like I said, and you can assign it to your own right here. You can't go too high because it won't produce it, so you gotta kind of keep that in mind. And once you get here, we'll just copy this here. Alright, and you can see right here at the top, here's the new stuff up here. Yepper. Go back here, click in here, Control V. Now, you just gotta press the enter key one more time, sometimes twice, and we're gonna pause the video. Okay, and I got my results like this. You know, they're very similar. And like I said, I always do this twice, okay? I think it gets better results. I only, you know, first time is sometimes it's pretty good, but I've always gotten like, you know, instead of going like 3 or 4, you know, results on all these images, I just like to do this twice. This is going to give me new results on all 4 of these, so I'll press that, you know, refresh right here. And I find that, you know, compare the two, see if they're pretty close, and you know, see how that works. And also what you can do is instead of going back to proper menu, you can actually type in here, and you can, you know, you can put anything you want in here in the text that you want. So if you decide that you want to maybe put something, you know, write something in here, then you can, then you just press enter. So we'll pause the video and let that finish that out. Okay, I paused the video, now I'm unpausing it. And you can see this bottom image that you just reproduced looks very similar to this one here. If you want to preview this, you can just click the image. It's a little bit larger so you can kind of see. See, this looks a little fuzzy and hazy up here, but if I go back, this upper left one, if I go back, it really doesn't show it in here, so it's just kind of really hard to see. This looks like kind of like a foggy picture, so if I click this, actually I can see a better view. And I kind of like number 4 pretty good, so I like 3 and 4. So I'm just going to click off on the side here to go back. And this time, hopefully I get it right, we're going to go upscale it on the last one on the 4. And we'll pause the video. Now that it's finished, you can see right here, we're going to click this right here. We're going to get a better look by clicking the original right here. And we'll get, and it's really nice looking, and sometimes it's so large for the screen I gotta click the button again to get full view. Okay, and this one here is 1792 by 1024. I get a lot of people say, well, if you want to upscale it bigger, you can go use a different software. Well, you know, if your screen resolution is not quite as big as this image right here, it's really not going to do you any good to upsize it. It looks, I want to view the way it's, you know, according to my screen monitor, it's too big because I'm hitting the zoom button because it's trying to tell me, you know what, this image is too big for my monitor. Now, if I wanted to upscale this, of course I would want to upscale it if I was like printing it, but for the web, I think this is more than sufficient for the size, and actually I think it's going a little extra step. Alright, we're going to go ahead and close this out. And I'm going to show you one more thing here, okay. When you watch video tutorials, sometimes it's just not going to be like 100% accurate. This is like Russian roulette. Sometimes you hit it and sometimes you don't. So, that's why you don't want to get all crazy. I mean, the more information you give this thing, the better off. But start slow. I mean, once you learn it, you'll get it. And like I said, you can... I kind of find out sometimes when I put in here and I want to add something extra to the dress, to always put it back down here towards the end, okay? Alright, now we're going to leave the artist alone, and you can see photograph was the last one I chose. So let's say, since everything seems to be kind of like tan and black, let's see if we can turn this into I don't know, maybe a pink dress. Let's just try pink. If it works, I don't know. Okay, and we'll put the little comma right here. Instead of putting the pink up here somewhere, I'll use it towards the end. I think it finds it better towards the end and the beginning. Okay, let's give that a whirl. As you can see here that we now got a pink dress. Like I said, it seems like it. These first words, okay, is basically you're telling what you're looking for, and the last one, these two have like a really important part, like the software or the AI tries to pay attention to, is like the old-fashioned dress to be the first, and it pays attention to the pink, and any words in between are like little helpers, little tags, keywords trying to help it better just to make the image look more realistic, and trying to find out exactly what you're looking for. And like I said, I'm just giving you my thoughts how I do this, and things get by random. Sometimes you can get real lucky on clothes, but if you do like a motorcycle or something, you might not just get the good results. I mean, there's certain like animals that might look kind of funny, is because everything's just not going to be the same. Even though the dresses seem to work pretty good in this program, I've tried a couple motorcycles, cars, and always not getting that round tire. It seems to be always just disformed. But anyway, I'll see if I can find me a little keyword or something to help find it, because I always end up with a wobbly wheel that's all out of shape, and the rest of them look good. So if anybody knows a tip on that, just let me know.